This is the Evil Never Dies podcast with Brett and Carl. This podcast may contain adult themes, violence, and strong language. Listener discretion is advised.
Around someplace. Take off that thing.
Let's go upstairs.
Okay. Hands are clean.
Look, Judy, it's really late. I gotta go.
Will you call me tomorrow?
Yeah, sure.
Promise?
Yeah. Michael?
Welcome back to the Evil Never Dies podcast. I'm Brett here with Carl, and we have a very special guest tonight that I've been working on trying to get for like the last 4 years.
That's true. You have, Brett, and you finally got it.
Finally got it. Finally got my wish. She's done a lot of stuff in her career. Uh, Playboy Playmate, June 1974. Uh, Probably best known for playing the role of Judith Myers, Michael Myers' sister, and the very first kill in the movie of Halloween from 1978. Welcome to the show, Sandy.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
So, how you doing today?
I'm doing fine. It is finally starting to cool off a bit, so I could maybe start having a little coffee outside in the morning would be nice.
Yes,
Yeah.
that would be nice for
It's
sure.
wonderful to get a little bit of cool weather finally.
It was beautiful yesterday. I had the doors and the windows open, and then today I had to turn the air conditioner back on. But that's Texas.
I'm so
It
ready.
is.
All right. Well, I guess we will get started with some questions here for you.
All right.
Going back to the Halloween 78, how did you go about getting that role, and what was the audition process with John Carpenter?
I was called by my agency, which was the Playboy Talent Agency, to go on an interview for a film called The Babysitter Murders at the time. And John Carpenter, Deborah Hill, and several other people were there, and they had me read a number of lines. They had me scream. It was in a residential neighborhood, so it was a little different to be screaming and such. But they were actually filming some other things in the house from different scenes from Halloween.
Oh, so you
anyway,
did the audition. You did the audition in the actual Myers house?
It was not the Myers house. It was the one that is supposedly across the street
Oh,
from the
okay.
Myers house.
Okay.
And yeah, so it was a good interview, I think. I just did what they asked me to do. I thanked them and went home. And my agent called me in a day or so and said that I had been cast as Judith.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, let's go over a couple things on your scene. David Foster, he played your boyfriend in the movie. They didn't give him an actual name. What was up with that? He's just credited as your boyfriend there.
No name.
Yeah, well, he wasn't very good at being my boyfriend, so I guess it was short-lived, so he didn't get a name.
Yeah, I've always called him Minute Man myself.
Minute
Yeah,
Man.
there you go.
That's funny,
'Cause
Brett.
it's only like a minute from the time you go up the stairs and then back down the stairs again. So
Yeah, I
Yeah.
kind of feel sorry for him. Not something you have to live with your whole life, right?
exactly. All right, my next question is, while you're sitting there brushing your hair before Michael comes in the room, you're humming a song. Do you remember that song? Was it a real song? Did you just make up the song, or what? I've always been curious about that.
Yeah, I don't think it was a real song. I've listened to it so many times and it just sounds like me. I mean, I do that kind of stuff, hum and sing and things. I think I was just sitting there, yeah, just doing that.
Just ad-libbed it, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good question, Brett.
Uh, how many takes did your scenes take? Was it all one continuous shot from when you're down in the living room and go up the stairs until Michael comes in and does his thing? Was that all one continuous shot, or?
Yeah, it is one shot. And I mean, we practiced several times, but they actually only did 2 takes.
Oh, good. That was
I
quick
remember reading that
Yeah.
it was that's really good.
for
Hard to
sure.
Yeah, I
believe.
didn't, especially since it was a new style camera. So the
Yeah, it was
use of
used.
it was like very different. And acting in front of it was very different. So yeah, I think 2 takes was pretty good.
Yeah, that was that new Panaflex that came out then, and a lot of his budget went towards them cameras for using that camera. So
Absolutely.
All right. Okay, I got a question about the sequels. Have you seen all the sequels?
I have seen all of them except the Rob Zombie ones.
Okay.
Well, we think Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 is one of the worst movies ever. So you haven't missed anything at all.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm not a big fan of over the top gore and cruelty. I really prefer, well, of course, I love Halloween for those reasons. It doesn't have that. Um, but I like psychological thrillers. Personally, to me, it just seems like it's harder to do that. It's harder, in my mind, it would be harder to produce a psychological thriller than one that's just gory. I mean, a lot of people would probably disagree with that, but that's just me. So if I hear it's really gory, I don't usually watch it unless they just say, "Oh, but it's so good in other ways," then I can just close my eyes.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. That's what made the original Halloween so good, in my opinion, was just the psychological, you didn't know exactly what was going on or what he was doing. That's what made the movie
Right?
so good.
Yeah, totally unpredictable, which is
Yes.
scary.
Just everything. The lighting that they did. I've always loved that blue lighting that they used in the night scenes. It's awesome. Uh, so have
Yeah,
you
there's so many about it.
have you met any of the people that played in any of the other movies, like at cons or whatever?
I have, yes, I have met most of the original cast, of course, because a lot of times we're invited at the same time and we all sit together, and it's a ton of fun. It's the Halloween family coming together. I have met a few of the other people when I went to the premiere of 2018 in California. I met several of the people there that were in the film at the party and stuff. So yeah, I've met quite a few of them.
Okay, great. Met Danielle Harris before?
I have. Uh-huh. Yeah,
She's a sweetheart.
she's been at several of the shows when I was there.
Yeah, I listen to her podcast. So her and Scout Compton got a podcast together.
Right.
I think haven't you just recently joined the cons scene like in the last few years? Or am I?
My first con was 6 or 7 years ago at the Pasadena one, the big one, H40, I think it was. And then I went to the most recent one, which I think was H45.
Okay.
But I have
thought you were
been,
fairly newer to the scene than a lot of these people are. So,
oh, yeah, absolutely. My agent found me in 2018, actually. And that's when they finally had me to use my signature so that they could put the footage in 2018 of the death scene.
Gotcha. Um, I forget what I was going to say now.
I stole your thunder,
You
Brett.
you
Sorry.
did. You stole my thunder, Carl. Uh, what is your favorite horror movie?
You mean outside of Halloween, of course,
Of
Yes,
course.
yes.
because
Because
it's given it's my
Halloween's my favorite movie, horror movie too. So
yeah. I have some others I really like. I particularly like The Shining. I'm a Jack Nicholson fan for sure. I like that. I also like Psycho. I think it's very scary. And Scream. I'd say those are some of my favorites.
okay, great. Have you seen The Black Phone?
I have, and it was excellent.
Well, part two just come out. Carl and I think we're going to go see it one night this week after I
Oh,
come.
cool.
So
Yeah, I liked
Looking forward
that,
to
and I
that.
also liked Smile. I thought it was scary.
yeah, the first one was good, but the sequel wasn't as good. It was I don't know. They do that to a lot of films. They make a good
Yeah, I
first one,
haven't seen the second one.
like the Megan. The first Megan was awesome. I think we reviewed it, and I think we gave it 5 stars, both of us. And the
Wow.
second one, I couldn't even finish watching
No,
it.
I turned it off in the middle of it. I couldn't watch it either.
Really? I haven't
No.
seen that one. I see the little girl that's in it at the cons sometimes, but I haven't seen the film.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask you. How was that first convention experience?
Yeah, that's what I was getting to, and I lost track.
Wow, it was incredible. I really didn't, I was a private school teacher for learning kids, learning differences kids. So I was wrapped up in that world for a very long time. So when my agent reached out to me, it was like, just a totally random thing. I had never really heard of horror cons. I had never kept up with Halloween. I was just living a whole different world when I left LA and moved to Texas. So I really didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if I would like it, but he really encouraged me to do it. And he'd been looking for me for like 8 years. And I thought, well, the least I can do for someone who's been this dedicated is go and give it a try. So oh my God, it was amazing. People came from all over the world, Germany and Scotland and UK and Canada. I mean, it was just people from all over. It was just amazing. And they were so kind to me and just brought amazing things for me to sign. And it was like, wow. And so when it was over, Rick, my agent, said, well, how did you feel about that? You think you'd want to do another one? I said, hell yeah, let's go. So
you didn't know what you were getting into, and then you ended up loving it.
Yeah, I did. I really did. I ended up loving it. I have lots of friends that I have come from that are fans, horror fans, and they become good friends. And yeah, it turned out to be an amazing thing to find so late in life.
That's awesome. That's awesome. How long did you teach school after you left LA when you moved back to Texas?
I taught school about 15 years.
Really?
I taught everything. I taught kindergarten, middle school, high school, and college. So I taught a range of students.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah. It was very cool.
Yeah, we got a friend of ours. He's a big horror fan, and he comes on our live feeds every time we do a live feed. And he ended up starting being a teacher last year. He's teaching like wood shop and all that stuff. I didn't even know they had shop classes anymore in high schools. And but he started doing that, and he loves it.
Yeah. They're starting to bring it back, and I couldn't be happier. I just think that is so good. And also, I think there's a bill up in Texas to do some funding for more schools like that are maybe separate, or maybe it's to fund current schools to put in shops and stuff. But I thought that's wonderful. I love that.
Yeah, because a lot of the newer schools that they're building, they don't put shop classes in. So
No, they don't. And
No.
that's a shame. I took a lot of stuff when I was in high school. I took jewelry making and, sewing, of course, and just all kinds of stuff that has cooking, things that have given me skills that I use all the time.
Exactly.
That's like me. I took typing. Of course, back then we were on a typewriter, but that was the best thing ever happened to me because most of my career I've been typing on a keyboard. So
Yep. I had typing too. I think it was required.
I was like the only guy in there, and I was like, nope, I need to learn how to type. And best thing I ever did.
Hey, I took
Yep.
home ec. I had my apron on, baking cookies and stuff.
There you go.
They taught you other stuff, like they taught you how to sew, like sew buttons on and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because
All very good to have.
Yeah, and I also took like electric shop and woodworking and graphic arts, where you got to make T-shirts and stuff like that, and
Mm-hmm.
all kinds of different stuff. But yeah, they
Yeah, I'd love
definitely
to
need to
see
bring
more
that
of
stuff
that.
back for sure.
They do,
definitely
because not everybody wants a blue collar job. A lot of people would like to do stuff with their hands and use their artistic things, and we can all use those things.
Exactly. All right. Have you ever thought about doing a podcast?
Briefly, but I am so busy. I just can't. Like right now, I'm working on scripts for 3 different films, and I have other ones that are still being written that I know are coming my way soon. And to do them justice, it takes a long time. So and plus I'm married, I have a life. I have a very demanding cat.
Yeah. I have
Yeah.
3 of those
Yes.
Yeah.
and grandkids. So even doing this, the show that we do, it can be pretty challenging sometimes, honestly.
Yep.
So
So I just have to I have to manage how many podcasts that I even go on. Just spread them out because otherwise it's not fun because I'm just so, stressed getting everything done. So I just have to kind of really watch my schedule and keep it all balanced.
yeah,
Okay.
definitely keep the fun to it and what you enjoy.
I think it,
Absolutely.
I think it'd be cool if you and Dan did a podcast together.
I
Dan
couldn't
is
get
a
a word
great
in
guy. Yeah.
edgewise.
I know he's a character.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Talking
he
to him
is.
at Texas Primary Weekend, I had a blast hearing some of his stories.
Yeah. I could have sat
Yeah.
there for hours and
I could
hours
have
and
too.
listened to that. So
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, he's a good guy and he definitely has a lot of good stories and we have a lot of fun. If we weren't so busy, I mean, that would be fun, but I have to be realistic.
It's time consuming, trust me. And Brett
Yeah.
does all the
I,
work.
yeah,
I
Carl.
do take him to most of the films I do though, and he's been in a lot of them as an extra, which is really fun.
That's great.
Yeah,
And he does all your pictures. He plays Michael Myers and all your pictorials you do now, which is
he
cool.
does. Hmm.
Didn't he say you got that mask from Nick Castle too?
No, we got it from a guy named Chris Baber. He
Okay.
gave it to us as a gift
Gotcha.
because we did one photo shoot several years ago and we could only use the 2018 mask because the 78 wouldn't fit on Danny's head. So when he heard that, he says, well, I'm going to take care of that. So he actually had a custom made one for us and it was just such a wonderful gift. It's a beautiful mask and it fits him perfectly. So now we can do both.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Uh,
the original mask, nothing has ever been able to touch it. Even though it's supposed to be the
I
same
agree.
mask in Halloween too, but it definitely got it looked like, worn out before.
and they
Yeah,
changed
it's
and
my
they
favorite for sure.
yeah, mine too. Mine too. Not a big fan of 4 or 5. I thought they
Yeah,
were
but 4 you got to go with the story. He actually found it in a discount store, so it shouldn't look exact. I can buy that.
so it was the Dollar
Right.
Tree Michael Myers.
It was the Dollar Tree Michael Myers in Halloween 4. It was
That's
indeed.
funny.
Oh,
I do like the 2018 mask, not as well as 78, but I do like 2018 mask.
they tried to bring it back more towards the original with all the, but they made it like, it'd been sitting buried for how long, or whatever. So
Right.
yeah, I think they did a good job with that. Uh, the Halloween Kills, was that the same mask? I think it was the same mask, but I think after the 2018, those movies started going downhill too. I was definitely not a big fan of Halloween Ends.
No, we
Uh,
know that.
I think I rated it a -0. And I'm the biggest
Yeah,
Michael Myers fan in the world. So
right. Well,
just,
as his sister, I thought that they lost track of who Michael is. It just like it wasn't Michael to me. He lost the suspense of randomness. He was way too predictable. I mean, he just killed everybody. And to me, that just wasn't scary.
gotcha. So who is Michael to you?
He's my brother.
That's it?
Yeah, I
No
mean,
inner workings of his mind or anything like that you.
no, he was just a monster and evil. Like Loomis said, there's just nothing in there. Unlike the actors who play him, who are just amazing people and tons of fun. But Michael is not a ton of fun.
I was going to mention Nick Castle. I bet he would really be fun at the conventions.
He is. Nick Castle and James Jude Courtney, both of them are amazing people. So much fun. James is a jokester. So we always, especially with Danny there, it's like a back and forth thing. And he'll walk by, excuse my language for this one, but he'll walk by and look at me and say, "Why are you so fucking happy all the time?"
That's
You don't
funny.
have to worry about language on here.
Yeah.
That word comes out of my mouth probably 4 or 5, 6 times on a average episode. So
Yeah, it doesn't usually come out of mine too much, but he is just so funny. He just walks by. He says that to me every time he walks by the table. I don't know. I'm just happy. And he thinks that's so funny. Why are you always so fucking happy?
that's cool. That's cool.
But they're both super nice. I love them both.
So what do you got going on now? I was looking at your IMDb and it's like you got like 20 movies pending on there. I was like, you
You're
are
definitely
busy.
busy now. Yeah. You got a lot
Yeah.
going.
Oh my gosh. I'm working on my second one for a Hungarian film. I did the Black Eyed Children 2. Black Eyed Children 1 is just now going on to streaming, but I'm in Black Eyed Children 2 for a cameo. And then I did Farmhouse Murders. I did Black Sheep, which is now in the editing session, I guess you call it. And I have not seen footage yet, but I hear that it's coming along beautifully. And I had a great time doing that one. I played the mother of a killer daughter that I don't know was a killer daughter, but we had a great time. We bonded really well. And I am getting ready to go to North Carolina next week to be in a film called A Soldier's Descent, which is a film about PTSD. It is a horror film, but it is so much more than that. I'm really looking forward to this. It's going to be a very important movie for a lot of reasons. So I have that one coming up. And let's see, I have The Hive, where I'm a grandmother, and that one is in December. And let's see, I did Pareidolia last year. The Executioner, I'm a psychiatrist. It should be coming out within the next 6 months, I would think. The Doll of Deceit, I play a mother-in-law, and that one is in the editing phase, I think, also. So they're just out there. There's a bunch of them, and I have a bunch more lined up.
That's awesome.
It's exciting. I'm having a ball.
I bet you are. That's great. Trying to think of what else I wanted to ask you. I went through my whole list, but I know there's something else. Oh, the Pareidolia. That was weird. That was good, but it was just weird.
Yep. I love that one.
Yeah, that was even though it's just a short, what is it? It's only like 20 minutes, 30 minutes long at the most.
Yeah, at the most. Yeah, I actually went to London for the premiere of that. They took me out there, and so I got to be there at the premiere in a cinema in right in the heart of London. It was so cool. I had such a good time. We went pub hopping afterwards,
Ooh.
and I learned something that I didn't know, that pubs close at different times.
Okay.
So you go to one pub and then it like closes early, so then you get up and you leave and you go to another pub. So that's what pub hopping is, because they're closing and they all have different hours, so you're going from one to the other. But
So
it was a blast.
So do you got to know when the next one closes? So
Yeah, you
can
got to
get there
know
on
when.
time from the one. Okay.
Yeah, because they're licensed by hours, so it's interesting.
That's weird.
Uh-huh. Lots of
Fun
fun
though.
though.
So that's where that
Absolutely.
term came from. You learn something new every day.
Yep.
All right. You got any other questions, Carl?
Um, any good meeting John Carpenter and Deborah Hill? That had to be pretty interesting, I guess, at the time.
Of course, they were both new to the industry,
Yes, that's what
somewhat.
I'm saying. But it would have
Yes,
been, I think, cool to have, not knowing what John Carpenter was going to become had to be an interesting experience.
absolutely. I mean, we worked really well together. He was very helpful, as was Deborah. Described, how they wanted the scene, and they would kind of act it out for us, and both really good at what they did. So it left a very good impression on me of working with them. So uh, it's pretty cool now to look back and think it was so early in his career, and now he's amazing, just amazing. So many great movies and just so talented in so many ways.
Do you stay in touch with him at all or just at cons?
Um, I see him at cons. Yeah, we did I think we were in Steel City a couple years ago, and the only two people from Halloween that were there were John and I. We were in the same room. And so we did a panel together, which was really amazing, actually. There was so many people there, and I was feeling intimidated. I mean, going on with just him and I'm thinking, oh my God. And he was so gracious. He really was. He just included me in it. And, he would direct questions to me, just very, very nice. And it turned out to be a really good panel.
That's good with just two of you. That's usually there's, four, five, six of you up there on stage.
Yeah, it
And
makes it a lot easier.
if you got one good talker like your husband, you don't get a word in edgewise unless you
There you
actually get a
go.
question, from somebody in the audience. So I think I've seen a video of you doing a panel with him, and it was pretty cool. He seems like he's just laid back, just the way he sits in his chair. He's
Yep.
he was at Texas Frightmare. What was it? 2 years ago? Or was it
I
last
think
year? No, it was 2 years
uh,
ago.
2 years.
Yeah, yeah. I couldn't afford to see him that year, so. But
Yeah, I really wanted to go. I wish they had invited me. My whole family was there, my Halloween family, and I like can drive there.
Right? Yeah.
exactly.
And I'm like going, really?
They dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah, I wanted to go.
That's awesome. Uh, got any cons coming up here anytime soon, or to
I
round out
do.
the year next year?
Yeah, I'm headed on Thursday to New Jersey to Chill Out, which is a Comic Con, but it is right down the street from Chiller, of course, which is a famous horror con. So I've been reaching out to my fans to go ahead and make that little trip down the road and come see me,
Okay,
because I have lots of fans on the East Coast. So it sounds like a bunch of them are going to head over there too. And then in mid-November, I will be in Savannah,
ah,
Georgia. Yeah, for a Galaxy Con, Horror Con. And those are amazing cons. I've done several of those this year.
Savannah, the most haunted city in America.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful city.
I've never been there, but I want to go there on my bucket list. Uh, yeah, it is beautiful there.
Yeah, it is. It is an amazing city. I've been there a few times. My best friend's daughter used to live there. So when I would go see her, we would drive to Savannah and visit her and the kids and stuff. And it was just beautiful.
It's an old city for sure.
It is.
All right. Well, I'm out of questions. You got anything else, Carl?
Brett, you've asked a lot of good questions on this one.
I know it's not as long as we wanted to, but I'm sure Sandy's got a script to read or something. So
Right.
we'll let her get back to what she's doing.
We're just glad to finally get you on the show. It's a true honor.
Exactly.
Well, thank you. It was great visiting with you guys.
It was great seeing you at Texas Hunters Convention. You guys sat there and talked to us for probably 30 minutes, which I thought was unbelievable. And you were very gracious, and we appreciate it. And we appreciate you having you on tonight. How can everybody get a hold of you if they want to follow you? You got
Well, I've
social
got
media and
Facebook, my regular Sandy Johnson Facebook, and then I have my fan page. My original fan page was hacked, so I had like 10,000 followers, 12,000. It was hacked, and so I'm down to like on my new fan page, I only have like 900. So it's like, oh my gosh.
Is that other page shut down, or is it
Yes.
still active? Okay.
Yeah, they finally took it down. But it was terrible. I had so many fans that I'd visited with, for the last 6 or 7 years, and it just got hacked. I couldn't get in. Facebook could have cared less. They don't care.
Yeah.
So eventually they just finally took it down because I couldn't get in and do anything with it. But it was disappointing for sure. But anyway, I started a new one. I have like 900 on it. And then my regular Sandy Johnson page, I always have the max, which is 5,000, I think you can have on a regular
It is
page.
5,000. Yep.
Yeah. So I always have that. And I go in and I have to weed them out to keep it under 5. And I try and get people to go to the other one, the fan page, so I can.
I think I'm on
because that one you can have as many as you
push
want.
that and get you some more followers on there.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
That one's the I think it's Sandy Johnson Actress is what that one's called. And then of course I have Instagram and my website. People can mail in posters or anything they want, pops or anything they want autographed, and they can get me to take a picture, a selfie with the thing after I autograph it if they want. I also make some things that are just for Judith. Like I do a bloody knife. That one's actually Michael's, but I do a hairbrush that I splatter with blood and autograph it. So that is my Judith collectible.
And you do the tombstone too, right?
They can send me a tombstone, but we're not actually allowed to use that tombstone anymore. It was made by an individual. It's an amazing thing, but unfortunately, I'm not allowed. But I can sign the one that Trick or Treat has. So people do send me those sometimes. And then they send me a lot of posters, and other things that they want signed. And then I have tons of pictures on my website that they can also purchase and get signed. So there's a lot on there, in addition to links to podcasts and what movies I have coming up and where I'll be. So there's a lot of stuff on there.
Great. And I will put all this in our show notes on both the YouTube and the podcast side. So maybe I
appreciate that.
Maybe we'll get you some sales there. So
that'd be awesome. I could use it.
We'll try our best. We don't have as many viewers and listeners as we'd like, but maybe we could help a little bit. So, all right, Sandy, we appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much. This is, like I said, been in the works for a while, and my dreams come true.
It has.
Well, happy Halloween.
Yes, that's actually, this is going to be coming out on Halloween morning. So
nice.
We're going to put it out then for Halloween. So
cool.
All right. Thanks for watching and listening, everybody. Everybody say thanks to Sandy, and we will talk to you later, everybody. Stay evil.